But this is what I'm saying. Look, with J. Cole, right? Mm-hmm. Like, who's hyped for a J. Cole album besides his fans? Was you hyped for the J. Cole album?
This last one that came out? No. But you know,
you just now listening to it.
But you know, no. Obviously, I listened to that last year.
Okay, I listened to it when it came out too. I hate the covers.
But my thing is this. I was burnt by J. Cole once with KOD. That's why.
Yeah.
And that was his album before the offseason.
So how is he consistently putting out?
No. He's consistently putting out music.
They don't mean to say that like, Lil Yachty do that. Lil B was doing that. Like, I don't
Lil
say
B was putting out peak fire music. What are you talking
Chill
about?
out. You know what I mean?
No. We're not about to disrespect the bass guy.
My
like
bad,
that.
bass guy. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah, you gonna put a curse on the podcast, and we're not gonna go nowhere. You apologize.
My bad, bass guy. You can
I listened to Lil B this weekend too.
Hey, bro, Lil B goated. Hey, but I'm just saying, a lot of people put out music. I'm saying who he's competing with. Like, oh yeah, he's consistently putting out this music. He got all these features.
So can you say? So is it a good thing that he's not competing with anyone? Because if he can't, because he can't go with anyone lower than him.
Yeah, because
it'll be too easy.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not putting this on J. Cole. I'm actually got to put this on the mainstream artists that's not putting out or actually rapping. Or I could put it on us as some fans that's not even having some of these other artists in these conversations. Mm-hmm. Like most of the guys that's like kind of at that level, they're not as big as J. Cole. Like
nowhere near.
Like a Black Thought or like a Royce or like a Cricket Eye and all these other guys.
These guys are beasts.
These guys are Lupe Fiasco. Like
beasts with
like J. Cole not compared to Lupe. Lupe still put out stuff, but not like, you know. Cause I'm just saying you got all these other rappers, but they're not at his level. That's what I'm saying. I think he competes with himself. That's why people only clink Drake and Kendrick.
So is that a good thing then, technically, if you're only competing with yourself? Because what would he need to compete with underground artists for?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like it's okay to me. I'm going based on like what I listen to compared to what J. Cole is.
So you're comparing him to the underground, but you're not necessarily making him compete with the underground.
I can't because he don't compete. Because all right, you can't really put them side by side. They don't even rap about the same stuff at sometimes. They don't even have the same type of like I said, subject matter. They're not in the same lanes. The production is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Some of these rappers are rapping on way more, I say, more complex beats production-wise. And I just say J. Cole, like I said, he's competing with himself because the people he compete with, they're not, well, Drake put out music, but he's not putting out music like a lyrical type, rapping type music, you know what I'm saying? And like Kendrick, he don't put out music like that. Yeah. And when he do, is he putting out music with his little cousin, it's more like fun stuff sometimes. So I feel like, I don't know. But I feel like if Kendrick was still consistent, putting out more music, and then J. Cole will just be having them two, tat. And Big Sean, you put out something, but we don't talk about you.
We'll talk about that today.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not faulting J. Cole. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying like, who you put him against? When you say, J. Cole put out all these features. So would you say the same
with Drake then? Like who is he competing with?
Drake can't, no, he's not competing with nobody. He's Drake.
No, I said, can you say the same?
No.
Like, okay. If
Drake's rapping, and J. Cole's rapping, and Kendrick rapping, we just put those three. That's the only people talk about. And it's kind of boring, bro. And these are the only three people. All right, we got a guy that put out all the time, that puts out pop music. We got a guy that puts out rappity rap music. And we got a guy that barely puts out.
That puts out conceptual albums.
And he can rap, but he's not rapping all the time.
He's not trying to just rap his butt off. He's trying to tell a story.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to be more, I guess, introspective in his music now.
So do you think that that's a problem that the big three have held on for so long? While they are some of them are putting out quality music. Yeah. Do you think it's a problem that they're still rating so high because it doesn't really leave room for other new artists to kind of like take that spot and really kind of take over artists from the blog era? Because let's be real, if we made a top 10 blog era, which I do want to do that one day, if we made a top 10 list, a lot of these artists that are coming out now have kind of already surpassed those artists in the other 7 spots.
With them, yeah. Because, they was in the blog era.
Yeah. But I'm saying, with those 3 from the blog era, they're still rating super high.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, people are still, like, actively, like, looking to them when they drop stuff, like, stops.
That's why I'm saying I compared them to, like, the Kanye Wests, the Jay-Z's, the Eminems. Like, they, like, the new versions of them. They the guys they're going to go on and be those legends. These 3 guys are them. Those are 3 chosen ones. Even though, like I said, we got Travis Scott that probably sell more or have more plays and more bigger
Travis
fans.
Scott's like kind of like a,
but
I
he's
don't want to
like
say Nelly, but like he's not in that top 3 like with the Jay-Z, the Kanye's, and the Eminems, but he's still the one that's getting some.
He's like the low grade Kanye in my opinion. Like he's not the best rapper, but he also brings a different experience to the music type stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. But with Kanye, at least he had at the time he was a okay rapper, and he had really good concept albums. He put great music together, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with Travis Scott. Astro World, amazing, you know what I'm saying? It's a classic hip hop album in my opinion. I'm just saying. I don't know if nobody ever had that discussion yet, but I think it might be a
I'm
classic.
not arguing with you.
Yeah.
It's not top 20, but yeah.
Oh, come on, bro.
I'm just saying, I'm giving you a range. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm giving you a range.
But that's what I'm saying. But I just feel like I'm just tired of talking about them 3 dudes, bro.
But do you think anyone in the mainstream, because let's be real, people like Billy Woods, people like Bodie James, Mac Homie and all of them, they're never going to get that spot.
Yeah, they won't.
I don't want to say it like that, like it's disrespectful, because I like the lane that they're trying to stay in, because it kind of keeps them a bit more gritty and more in tune with what they want to do and what they want to put out, rather than having to conform to what the mainstream is going to be appealed to. But my thing is, do you feel like there are some artists that could potentially take those spots?
Like currently now, I don't believe so.
I think in hip hop right now, and we got to have another conversation about hip hop dying. I think the main problem, and we kind of talked about this before, we don't have superstars anymore. Everybody wants to be mysterious nowadays. No one wants to do interviews. No one wants to go do album rollouts. You don't need to, because we got TikTok and all that stuff. But no one wants to do that no more. No one wants to be a person no more. No one wants to go out to these media outlets and have these little interviews, these little fun interactions and stuff like that. Like Yeet tried to do something like that, and it was super boring.
So this is what I'm gonna do, bro. I'll blame technology, because you have the same situation. Like I said, I'm comparing the NBA, because I'm an avid NBA watcher and I'm an avid hip hop head. So them two kind of are in the same point right now. Like the NBA is searching for a new face of the league, and we're searching for a new face of hip hop.
Was the previous face LeBron? Right?
You got LeBron, you got Steph Curry, you got Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying?
And you got
James
Harden.
Yeah, James Harden, but he kind of.
Oh, so those are the 3 that you.
Those are 3,
those are like the big 3 of. NBA
and then I'm saying you got Kendrick, you got Cole, you got Drake. So it's like they're searching for these new stars, and I feel like in the NBA you got all these new talent. All these guys are like more skilled players. They're like, you got stars on each coast, bro. Like you got these up and coming guys. So it's like with rap right now, we got all these guys, bro. We got so many subgenres now that's big in certain areas. That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of hard to find that face. Like we had before he passed, Juice WRLD was getting a lot of numbers. Triple X was getting all these numbers, but they still wasn't in those lanes of a J. Cole or Kendrick or Drake. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? Like they was putting up more numbers.
That was those kids' blog era rappers.
That's what I'm saying.
They're big 3.
And then look, you got Yeet right now putting up numbers. You got Playboy Cardi over here putting up numbers.
Even though he comes from that other era. But
yeah, but I'm saying I'm just saying you got all these artists right now, and we don't have, like back in the early 2000s, you had multiple guys. It was like you had Nelly. Like, I'm just saying like number wise and guys competing in that way. Like you had Nelly, Ludacris. Luda, DMX, Kanye, 50. You had all these guys. I'm probably Jay-Z, Wayne. You had all these guys, and now you have, you just have these 3 that people focus on, but you got all these other young kids that have their own movement, bro. It's like, it feels different to me. Even though like I was younger back then, I kind of don't feel the culture how it was. But now I feel like, you got just different, it's more subgenres. It's just more.
I just hate that the gap is just so wide.
Yeah, I know.
I hate that. Like there's no artist, like there's no new big class of artists. Yeah. There isn't a Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, Wale, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa. There's like no other class of like people like that, where it's like, we have peers that are on the same level, like a Big Crit to a J. Cole. We have peers that are underground, but they're still like on our same level type stuff.
Because like, I remember like in 2013 through like 14, we'd be like, who better, Big Crit or Cole? Who better at rapping? Like, I remember having those discussions.
I remember them 2 being on a song together on a DJ Khaled album.
But now it's like, those 3 guys is like they
shot up.
They shot up, and now it's now Big Sean try to put himself in that category. Logic, he has I forgot about Logic. He has like this huge fan base, and like. But he won't nobody will never put him in that. Nobody never like, oh, who better, Logic or Cole, Logic or Kendrick. I'm talking about in number wise, like more of us are doing, like most people, they won't put Logic in that space.
No. I wouldn't put him. They tried to this weekend.
Yeah,
they
I'm
really
saying
tried
it's
to.
pretty nasty. It's nasty.
Very nasty.
So it's like, I don't know. I actually want it to be room for guys like JID, Kenny Mason,
Baby King.
I love Baby King, but he's not. He's more like he falls into that like Travis lane to me of like a guy that's like he's not the best rapper, but he's fun.
Yeah.
He does a little different things.
Well, I'm just giving you
like
new
that.
school rappers.
I know, but I'm trying to think of some guys that actually like be rapping. That's kids are getting to know right now. I'm blanking.
Maybe a 5-year foreign. I mean,
Nah,
not rapping, but I'm just saying artists.
Yeah,
because there's no one on the mainstream level.
But I'm saying they trying to find those new guys. Like, okay, you got Reason, but Reason just don't do it for me with TD. Ray Vaughn, I think that's his name. He's with TD. I'm blanking, bro. I'm blanking right now. It's a good amount of guys that I see people throw their names out there, but like I want to know if like a Mike could like put himself in that conversation.
Do you
one day.
like kind of be like in the Tyler position where he was kind of like?
See, like Tyler's a really good rapper, bro.
Yes, very.
But will he ever be compared to them guys? Like Rocky's not a really good rapper.
If I do, see, this is.
So look, I ain't even think about Rocky. Like you got all these different rappers. Like, it's so many rappers, bro. It's so many people.
But my thing is, I don't know. Like I want the new face to come out. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
I know
people
what you mean.
like Rocky, people like Tyler, people like Cole, not Wale. I want to put Wale in that class, but he's definitely fallen off hard.
Yeah.
Those are people where they have such a huge cult, strong fan base that when they put something out, people are going to listen to it at that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, Tyler put out a deluxe version of the estate or whatever of his last album, Call Me If You Get Lost.
Yeah.
People was going off about that album.
Yeah.
So
It's a really good album.
to me,
rapping.
it's too big of a gap. I think the only person that's like, if we had to go next tier after artists like them that are still current, that are still putting out music, that have a strong fan base now, after J. Cole, Drake, Tyler is in there.
You think Tyler?
I think Tyler is in there. I can't think about the other two right now off the top of my head, but Tyler is definitely in there because I feel like he's had such a rise in popularity and stardom after the blog era. Which, I mean, he came to prominence with the blog era, but I feel like he also shot up by changing his sound and really maturing with the music.
Yeah, and it's like, he's in that lane of his own, though.
True.
Because I don't think Tyler will be accepted as, like...
A rapper's rapper?
Yeah. Not even that.
I think so with the last album, though.
Not even as a rapper's rapper. I'm not even trying to say that. As a face of something. I don't think he can do it. I think some people still jaded about his past. And he still don't appeal to everyone. I feel that Kendrick, Drake, and Cole have more of a like...
clean slate, kind of?
to me.
Like a natural slate that
and I don't think Tyler can...
You think he's rubbed people the wrong way in that first impression, the lasting impression?
Yeah, and even just some of the subject matter he talk about, sometimes how he dress. And just sometimes you have to have some type of appeal to like most people to really become that guy. Yeah. Like with Kanye, he was different, but Kanye had the beats. So he also had them really good radio songs. Like I'm just saying, I don't know if Tyler can do that. Like what's a radio song Tyler puts out?
That song Earthquake, maybe. The song with YoungBoy. That he had on his last album.
You looking malnourished.
I
know you said, yeah. But nah, nah, bro.
You said radio. So
that one said that, that don't sound like... You heard it on the radio?
I've heard it. I've heard it like in playlists. Yeah. Because that's the new radio.
No, that's different.
No, I mean like the big playlists.
But I'm saying like Drake, but that's different. Like Spotify, come on, bro. They gon'... All right, it's like with Spotify, it's like, you know how when we was younger, bro, we would go on a blog site? But now Spotify is that. They have all them playlists, find new artists.
No, I mean the big playlists, like the rap caviars.
Yeah.
Tyler, to me, that's the radio.
Yeah, but Tyler will get into that. But I'm talking about radio. Like, my grandma will hear it. My grandma not on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Also, I think radio is one of the more, I don't want to say more dead formats, but it's one of the more dated formats that not everybody relies on anymore.
I know nobody relies on it, but you still gotta go to like, it's still there as like a medium of when the normal person don't have Spotify click on that radio and they like, oh yeah, I heard this
who
song.
don't got Spotify?
I'm talking about my mom don't have it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about those people like
they got to be older than us.
You remember
that
song?
People like older than us.
You remember that song? It was about getting head or something like that. Throw Baby.
Oh yeah.
Remember that song's on the radio?
Yeah.
Like my grandma.
I did not like that.
Like my grandma never hear that. I'm like, think of a Tyler song just coming on the radio. Like a Throw Baby. That song was on the radio. This is what I'm saying. Like, he don't have that.
You don't think he has? You don't think none of the singles from his last?
No. I'm just saying, like, you gotta have that. Like Kendrick has songs like that.
You have to have the mainstream.
J. Cole has that song like that. like Drake has that everywhere. It's on all different radio stations, pop stations everywhere. So that's why I'm saying like Big Sean, he does that with some songs like in his past. So I'm like, I don't think Tyler makes those type of songs. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he can go to that level, bro. I think the guy that we searching for, I don't think we're gonna see him yet. Cause you gotta think, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick not even 40 yet. They still in their late 30s.
We're past the age of when they first came out in the blog era.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Which is crazy to me.
And they still there. I feel like when they get in their like elderman stage, I think we're gonna start seeing that new guy. So maybe in the next 2 to 5 years. Because right now we're not letting go of those three.
We need to.
It's not.
I think we need to. We need to let go of
like that conversation. What were we talking about?
We was going from the Drake and J. Cole and J. Cole being up there not competing with people. And then who's J. Cole competing with and who can compete with.
I'm just trying to think how we get to that, bro.
Dang. Oh, no, I'm giving you the timeline.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying like, dang, we got all through that. Bro.
It was a really good conversation.
It was a good conversation.
But yeah.